Yeah, Durgan. They're not here yet. They're coming, Durgan, alright? They'll be in a second. Just relax, alright? I gotta go. I gotta deal with this. I gotta go.
I got that, get it, got that, get it when you need it. Some part trees, you can get it when you need it. Get it, I got that, get it when you need it.
Yeah, we're ready to execute Project Durgalicious.
Yeah. I get it until the sunrise. Doing 90 in a 65. Windows roll down, screaming now. Got money, and you know it. Take it out your pocket and show it. Throw it this away, that away, this away.
Make it quick.
That's what she said.
You know we trap all day, play all night. This is the life of a, the life of a. Go get her, go get her, go get her.
Ready to dominate? Do this.
Do this. I'm Alex Rao. Eddie Garcia. Nice to meet you.
Kiara Toro.
Alex Rao. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Charboda.
Alex Rao. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'd like to welcome all you guys to this meeting. Myself and Jeffrey Durgan, might add a very handsome man, is we're starting a new country, and you are one of the many firms that are competing for this economic advisory board. So let's get started with this meeting and show me why myself and Jeffrey Durgan should choose you to be our economic advisors.
Based on the facts that Mr. Durgan has provided us with, we know that this country, Durgalicious, has moderate temperature, it's landlocked, it has a forest with a spring-fed lake, it has 2 rivers, and it's about the size of Germany.
These are correct assumptions. These are the correct facts we gave you. These are the resources that we have. So let me ask you this question to you guys. I'll give this question to Ms. Toro.
Alright.
What will you exactly produce with our resources?
You see, because the country is so new, and as Mr. Garcia said, we do have very limited amount of resources, we came up with 2 major products that we would like to produce. We want to use the forest to produce timber supplies. We want to produce furniture, paper. These are major resources, and they would be awesome in trade. It would be a great market to invest in. We would also like to use the water because the lake is spring-fed and we do have these 2 rivers, we would like to use them to make water bottles. Water is a huge thing today. Because we are landlocked, this helps us greatly with our irrigation. This helps us with the forests, and it just helps us in general with producing the little things that we can produce. So water would be just water and timber, the 2 just work together, awesome together, and we would love to do this.
Now I'd like to move then. Those good points. I agree with all those. I really do. Now let me move to Mr. Garcia. I'll direct this question to you. How will you produce these products?
Alright, there are 2 major questions. Do we use more equipment and employ less people? Or do we use less equipment and employ more people? Well, I like to have mass production, and this way we'll have machinery and equipment widely available, and this will lower our cost of production. And you might wonder, why would we want to lower our cost of production? Lowering the cost of production allows us to manufacture items less expensive and also have it available to more people.
Key points. Great assessment of the situation. I like that. Now, one more question for you. I'm going to direct this to Mr. Rod. Could you please tell me, now that we have the resources, what we're going to produce, how we're going to produce them, would you please tell me, Mr. Rod, exactly for whom we're going to produce these for? That'd be great.
Well, we like to take our products and we like to distribute them to our citizens, especially the working men. those who contribute most to society. As well as we like to set up trade with our 3 surrounding countries who specialize in technology, who have very fertile lands and abundance of energy. We like to create a trade with them. That's our basis of that we're going to produce.
Thank you, Mr. Rod. I'd now like to move on to my next set of questions, which deals with factors of production. Right now, though, you guys have already touched on 3 of the 4, which are land, capital, and labor. But I'd like to ask you guys about entrepreneurs, and I'd like to direct this question back to Ms. Tora again for her take on this issue.
You see, as we all know, entrepreneurs, they're risk takers in search of a profit. Entrepreneurs are the driving force behind the economy. They have the ability to start a new business and bring new things to the market. That's what we want. What we want to do is we want to give them an incentive to do this. We want to build tax breaks for big businesses. We want to give them health benefits, things that they will want to take this risk and put their money into the government and expect that they'll get something in return. That's what we want to do.
Thank you, Ms. Toro. Now I'd like to move on to exactly what kind of economic system you advisors believe we should run. And I'll direct this question to Mr. Rod to answer that question of what economy we should use and why.
Well, our economy is going to be based off a free enterprise system, where we have individuals, businesses, and corporations able to do any business as they so please. And this is going to be based off the free price system set by supply and demand. But anytime that business becomes unfair, that's when the government will step in and regulate their business.
Thank you, Mr. Rod. Now, earlier on in this presentation, you guys mentioned trade. If you guys could please elaborate on that more, just to tell me how that would be very, very key to our economic success.
Trade, of course, is key to economic success. This country, Durgalicious, has a remarkable degree of economic interdependence. We rely on others, and others rely on us to provide goods and services that we consume.
Now, we would like to call this the flower effect, if you will, because, as you can see, your country, Durgalicious, is a very central country. Although landlocked, which may be limiting, it's not. There are 3 countries that surround us that, as Mr. Rod previously said, are technologically advanced, have very fertile land, and have an abundance of energy. We are going to use these to our advantage. Mr. Garcia, Mr. Rod, and myself decided that why not, if we could prevent from putting up trade barriers, why use them? We could, this way, encourage trade between our country, your country, and the 3 other countries that surround us, calling it the flower effect. It's like mutualism, if you will. Mutualism. Both parties benefit. That's what we want. We would like both parties, or in this case, all 4 parties, to benefit.
We rely on others, and others rely on us.
And we want it to work.
All right, that was pretty good. It sounds a little fruity, the flower effect, but we accept all. Now let's move on to Mr. Rod. I'd like to get your opinion on taxes, please.
Well, for our tax system, we're going to use a progressive tax system as well as a marginal tax rate, meaning with a lower income, you have a lower tax rate, and as a higher income, you have a higher tax rate. And we believe that these taxes should go to a variety of public services.
Okay, going back to public services, can you please elaborate on that more? What do you think, as a country, Durgalicious should do for public services?
Well, the public services we'd like to provide are public transportation, public and private education, trash and waste management, as well as health care.